All right.
What's up?
RWO,
going on?
episode 36. How you guys doing?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm
doing
always
good.
all right, man. I'm always good. It's all good. We got Stan, and then we got brother Jay over there from Greenline. How you been, Jay?
Hanging in there, man. I'm surviving.
Right on. Then we got Vance and Ryan from Little Feedings. We're going to get into about some podcast talking tonight. Let's see who we got out there in the chat at first. We got James from JNS. What up, dude? Jay Slithers, one of the coolest mofos out there. How's it going, dude? We got our first double dipper over here, Stan. Be double dipping all the time. What's up, brother? Whoa, too fast, hitting too many buttons, having a ball. What up, Josh? If you missed Tuesday, we had a good episode with him on there. He showed a lot of what he's working with. He's got some dinker projects that he might be on to some. I liked what I saw. Brave Adventure. What up, dude? Thanks for coming in. We can't forget Greenline double dipping. He's being a double dipper too. And Blakers. He's another cool mofo. What up, dude? Thanks for coming in. Row 5.0. What up, fam? Thanks for coming in.
What's up, bro?
4S Python's Kevin. What up, dude? He's up next on the Let Me Know show on Tuesday. So if you don't know Kevin, it'd be my pleasure to introduce you to him next Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, something like that. Tommy, what up, Ewok?
Yo, what'd you do? Kick Ryan to the curb? He doesn't even get his chance? What happened?
I don't know what. No, yeah, well, about that.
Put Ryan to the back of the bus. What the? Well, come on, man. What's going on?
I double book. My bad.
It'll buff out.
Rob M.
It'll buff out.
Yeah, that's what I said. It'll buff out. We'll make it right. I did the same thing to Jim from Straight Blast. So Ryan, you wasn't the only one.
It's all good, man.
I ended up double booking people. What up, Nicky?
That's probably because he was double dipping on the same day, so he double booked.
Maybe that might be what
probably
happened.
Partake once a day.
What up, Jose? Edge of Panic. What up, dude? I blew you up here in a second. Everybody gets blued up in here. We don't miss anybody. It'll just take me a minute. Uno momento, por favor. There's Jesus. What are you doing down there, dude?
What?
And we got Eddie from Static. What up, dude?
What's good, Eddie?
All right, we about caught up. It's all right. Podcasting. Is this something that people got to get into and do? Is this a must, like, for today's industry? And like my take on it is like you're dumb if you don't. I mean, this is free advertisement. You get yourself out there, and you know. What up, Jesus?
You didn't send the link out, homie.
I gave it
to you.
Zeus.
What do you mean? It was in your Instagram, in your personal Instagram. I didn't put it into the chat.
Yeah, mighty calm.
Put in the chat.
What up, brother Kurt? In the house.
There's Kurt. What up?
What's going on, everybody?
Yeah, it was in your personal link.
What's he sending? Where's he in a cardboard box?
He ain't black. Who's black?
Black on mine, bro.
That's weird.
Black on mine.
Oh yeah.
Did everyone else see him?
On my end, he's a black square, bro. Yep, there he is.
That must be your Floridian
That
Wi-Fi.
must be your internet connection, amigo.
Nah.
What's up, Wiz?
What's up, Wiz? What's good, Wiz?
Wiz, what it do?
I don't know if I said hi to Sean. I think I did, but we'll say hi twice just in case.
Green line. See, it took homie Jay to send me the link, man.
Well, he's up there in the corner, but I'm sure if you check your Instagram link, like your personal Instagram from me and your conversation only, you'll find it right there. I guarantee.
No, I bet you not.
I bet you it
You
is.
sent it to
I
me.
bet you not.
I
You
sent it
sent
to
it to me?
everybody personally and said, "This is the link for tonight."
I got mine.
Oh.
Why you sending it at 8:33 in the goddamn morning, man? The fuck?
And you didn't even have to scroll up. Only thing you had to do is click on it.
Just check your messages.
Oh,
Just
snap.
click
I did
on it,
mischeck
dude.
my messages, bro. I
snap.
did. I did.
Oh.
He says,
Justin.
"Yo, link,"
He
and
pulled
it's
a
like
Justin.
one word up.
Did
Read the message, dude.
Did you
No,
send it to
no,
Justin?
'cause
Maybe that's
look,
why Justin's
I
not here.
usually-
You didn't send him the
I
link.
usually check the RWO chat before anything else. Like, there's RWO chat and the West Tank chat, and then every other chat that's in between. But you send that sucker at 8 in the morning, man. I
Yeah,
wasn't
he's
even.
got it.
My brain wasn't even processing anything besides consume coffee and bacon. That is it.
Well,
I
it
was
was
already-
sent.
Sounds like you got a good
I
system.
sent it again. I sent it again to Justin just in case.
Oh, Justin's gonna be late. You know that. I was a few minutes late.
Yeah. I don't know. He might not come on. I mean, he might not. He ain't feeling too hot.
If he does,
Again?
he does.
Uh-oh.
If he don't, he don't.
More
It's
food
no big
poisoning?
deal.
No. He's kind of a little under the weather, like sick. He's feeling a
Oh.
little better, he said, but
I thought
I
he
was
ate
up there a
Chinese
little while.
again.
That's what I'm saying. No.
Kurt,
Yeah, I
he
got a
wants
quick
to
question,
link.
Carlos.
He
I'll
Before
send it
thinks
to you.
before
somebody
I
stopped
forget.
over. He thinks somebody stopped over and got him sick.
Oh shit!
Ew, new.
No, not me.
Somebody got him sick.
No.
It
He was
must have
already
been
sick
you.
when I got there.
I
so
ain't
what
been
do you
sick
mean?
in like 4 years, bro. Ain't no way.
I got a quick question. Somebody's interested in the snake of mine,
Uh-huh.
and he wants it for cheaper than what I posted, but he's willing
Quite hard
to
to get.
drive. He's willing to drive to pick it up, which is ridiculous because he's like 5.5 hours away.
Okay,
Yeah,
how,
no,
much
no.
did you, how much did you list it for, and how much does he want it for?
2. I listed it for 2, but he wants 100.
Mm,
I mean,
5
it's
hours
a-
away.
It's an 11-hour round trip. Like
For
gas
him?
alone is gonna eat you up.
Just ship it for 70 or whatever, man.
that's
Question
that's
is
hard.
there is what is your time worth?
Chopping it in half.
Well, I suggested to him that I could do 2 with shipping included, because it's a in-state shipping, so it's gonna go from my FedEx hub to his house address.
So he wants it for 100, like, but he comes gets it.
Yeah, for a 10-hour trip, 11-hour trip, whatnot.
I probably would do it just because if he wants it, and it's like you're creating a connection with someone, you know what I
True.
mean, that might come back. So I mean,
An 11-hour drive.
Yeah,
if he wants
holy
to take
shit.
that drive.
That's
That's
steep,
a
bro.
fat
I'm
mission.
saving that type of driving for the end of the world. I'm not doing that shit right now. If my car does start,
Freaking yeah, 11 hours, man. That's a lot of driving. That's
Thanks for
dang
coming in,
near.
Lord Forge.
That's
Good
dang
job.
near almost
John?
5/8 of the way from here to Florida. Yeah, that's how. Because from here to Daytona is like 17 hours. 11 hours. That's how much he would be driving. Round trip. I'm like, that's a
it really
lot.
depends on how quick he drives. I can make it from here to Vegas in 23 hours.
Yeah, I mean, if you drive,
Where-
like
where?
I got like a theory in my head. Now, if I drive 90 miles per hour, that means I'm going 1.5 miles per minute. And like it's because it's
That's
60
if you
miles
have good
per hour.
traffic, bro.
At 60 miles per hour, you're doing exactly a mile per minute. So if you do 90 on the highways, you're making up a half mile every minute. And
Mhm.
you could really make some time on a long trip at 90 miles per hour.
Oh yeah, I mean I know about the driving part, but I'm like, dude, that's 11 hours in Wisconsin traffic, which it's still traffic cone season up here, so there's a lot of 1-lane streets, man.
What up, Sammy?
What's up, Sammy?
Sammy.
I gotta go back and
Landed
turn
out there
Jose
in
blue.
Dallas.
All right, everybody's blue now. I think. I haven't seen no one
Pick
else.
me up a
that's not.
souvenir, Sammy. Pick me up one of them Dallas stars.
Oh, I don't want nothing to do with Dallas. I mean, that's.
Well,
I
that
don't like
just
the
gives me something
Cowboys, so.
possibly, maybe, just saying, throw darts at.
Yeah, I mean, all right, I could see it for that. I mean, I'd nail it up outside. It wouldn't come into my house. What up, Devin?
What's up,
Stan's
Dave, my
son.
boy? Love you, boy.
That's his boy.
Give them grandkids a kiss for me, boy.
Kiss them babies, boy.
Blakers.
Yeah, he sent me some pictures yesterday, and the baby running around and glasses on. Kids having a
It's
good
going to
old
be a while,
time.
hopefully, before I'm a pappy. It'll be a bit. I got lucky, though, because my oldest likes females. She's a female that likes females, so I consider myself I got lucky on that one. So. All right, now that we're all got that
We're
out of the
past
way.
that.
Yeah, we're past all that. Podcasting, let's get back into it. I say it's a must because it's the perfect way to get yourself out there to start selling these things. And another advantage of it is what the hell is my computer doing? Like, people don't know you. So, like, when you start out to this game, you want to try, you either buy snakes because you know what's in them and you know what you want to breed, or you buy for looks. And, you know, if people see what you're doing, then it's easier for them to trust you that, you know, that's what's in that snake. So that's another kind of advantage I see with it.
My question would be, how long have they been breeding and purchasing snakes? How much knowledge do they have? And how long have they been watching and lurking? Because, I mean, you don't want to jump the gun.
Well, that's what I did. And kind of the angle I used was teach me. I'm getting into this. I don't know much. Come on and tell me your you know, outs and ends, and, you know, teach me how to be a better keeper. And I just think that was a different angle, and I think that's why my channel was slightly successful anyways.
No, yeah. But will everybody else have the same luck as you, especially when they hear you say, just go do it? Or, you know, perceivably when they hear it, they're like, oh, okay, well, I'm just going to start something right now. But they might not have the same luck, you know.
I mean, you don't know until you try it.
That's true, but maybe give them some things to chew on. Or,
well, the first thing you got to chew on into doing this is you got to have a sense of not to let what people say get to you, because you're always going to have the negative side of things. Someone's always going to try to bust your balls about something, and you just gotta kind of be in a situation to where you're walking in to where you're saying, all right, I'm going to get my balls busted, but, you know, let me use that as constructive criticism to make myself better.
Yeah.
Now, what came first, your name or podcasting?
My name. I definitely had a name.
Your name came first. Okay, cool. Not everybody might have that, though.
Right.
I think your name's got to be almost like future-proof to what you want to do, unless you're going to rebrand, which is okay.
I just picked a good theme, like LMK. Everyone thinks it stands for Let Me Know, and I'm sure quite a few people out there know that it's my daughter's initials, Lexus, Mercedes, and Kira. I mean, so, you know, we even do the Let Me Know show. We make you think it's Let Me Know, but there's actually a different meaning behind it. And
you had me fooled, homie.
Yeah, like a lot of people are fooled. But this new logo, the old logo had 2 swords into it. So this new logo I got, the reason why I kind of liked it over the other one is because there's 3 swords and 1 for each kid. And when I put it out there, I actually think it was Justin from Pressure Pythons. It was like, yeah, that's cool. You know, 1 sword for each kid, you know. And like the people that
Justin
know.
might have said it too.
No, it was you, Vance. It was. No, it was Vance that said it. And it was like, well, yeah, like, you know, someone got it because they know that it's for the initials of my daughter, but I don't know. It's about building yourself. You got to keep building yourself. You can't really just say, "Hey, I breed ball pythons." What's up, Carissa?
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, I was on a conference call
He's
today.
busting your chops again.
I know he is.
Ryan.
I know.
Well, it's
Thank
like
you,
anything,
Tucker.
man. You don't know
Roaches.
you don't know you're not gonna you don't know you're gonna make it or not make it until you give it a try. I mean, it can be for everything you do,
Yeah,
everything.
Some
You had to do it, didn't you?
we hit 20. I mean, that's
I
the
know.
rule.
I know.
It can be set for anything. Like, for example, my first year of firearms, bro, it was 20 people knew my name and they trusted me with their equipment. Now I got people. You guys see it on IG all the time. People coming and going.
Yeah.
It's nonstop over here. I just had one pick up their stuff, and I have 2 more on their way. So it's just like now one guy is telling me, "Hey, how many pounds of gunpowder can you order?" I'm like, "All right, now we're getting into something else that's besides gun and bullets." But I'm just like, it's nonstop, man. I get phone calls at 2 a.m.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Kurt,
Like, it
it's
does
my
say-
life.
There's nothing wrong with like stepping into the area, the zone, you know what I mean? Like in
Mhm.
the niche you're trying to be a part of. But I would personally
What's up,
would want a
Jamie?
name first.
What's
Second,
up, Jamie?
am I gonna do it like everybody else? There's a lot of things someone has to think about. And then, obviously networking and then trying it out. Because I mean if you just try it out by yourself, you might get lucky from the get go. I mean, everybody else here that's done a podcast, did you click start live without knowing a whole bunch of people? Like, let's
Yeah.
say a whole bunch is 5. Okay, so you did.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I just
to me, that would seem hard.
and it took a while for things to catch on, but I stayed consistent with it. Like when I first started out, I was with Shane from Hats and Tails. We would go on and every Tuesday, and then we kind of had just our disagreements, and he chose to, I guess, not continue to put stuff out there. Where I just said, okay, I'm going to still do a live Tuesday, and then I'm going to drop a short a day, and that's what I did for like 6 months, and then I started gaining a little momentum, and it was like 3 months, bam, it grew enough for me to get monetized in 3 months.
Would you do anything different?
Nope. I stayed
No?
consistent. I posted a short a day. Well, I did add some extra lives. Like I started the Thursday live, the RWO show, but now I let everyone else run it on a week because I want their channels to grow too. So,
Yeah.
it goes to Stan next week, then Stan to Justin, Justin to Kent, Kent to Vance, Vance to Jesus, because I want them guys to grow with me. And that's the ultimate plan of the RWO. It's not about me growing. It's about us all growing.
Dope.
Sure.
I think it's pretty dope. But I mean, it's not like I thought of that ideal. I mean, like I put a little bit more to it, but the guy that really brought this community together, like started to, has been Keith Constrictors. I'll give that guy, T Keys, all the flowers in the world because
What's up, Blakers?
But
he
honestly,
kinda
I think
set a blueprint.
you're the first person to ever have like a rotating crew of people host
Well,
the
I mean,
channel,
it was something that I thought of. You know
which
what I
is
mean?
brilliant. Yeah.
And it's just that's what I think is fair.
Hey, Morph.
If you
Yeah,
guys are
you
going to be
made it.
part of this, why not give you some time yourself to grow your channel as well?
Yeah. Because when me and Kurt started, I completely just stopped, and I helped him grow.
Right. Well, I mean, you
We did well.
had like over 50,000 followers at one time or something like that, right?
Nah, it got to like 23K. But
23. All right.
yeah.
I don't know. This thing just said web browser is no longer set to default, so I just closed it out.
Did you run it as administrator?
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, we got a lot of storms tonight, and it's all messed up. So, like, this internet's not acting quite right. So I might have to restart and come back in. But if I glitch out, I'll be back. Put it that way.
Did you double click
I'll
on
be back.
Chrome?
I don't know. I'm about as computer illiterate as
Did you right
want
click
to.
on Chrome?
Probably, yeah. I mean, I had to have, wouldn't I?
He probably didn't.
No. No.
You
Right
went
click
straight
on it
to
and run it as
StreamYard,
administrator.
StreamYard just runs it.
You can exit now. Just run it as administrator and come back.
I mean,
Just right click it.
I don't think you gotta do a podcast to get to where you need to be, but I would say you definitely got to
social
brand
media
yourself.
posted.
I mean,
You definitely got to get out there.
Whether you're vending, hitting shows, meeting people, meeting new breeders. I mean, you don't necessarily. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that's made it without doing one podcast whatsoever.
Right,
Mhm.
there is.
But I will agree, it is good advertising. If you're showing everybody what you're doing, from pairing to eggs to hatching to out the egg to getting them to size before you ship off, well, there's no in between saying, oh, was it really his? Did he really get it? Is he a flipper? You know, that puts a lot of questions that someone may have in their mind out, you know.
Mhm.
Right.
It'd be like having your own website and putting a video every day on your own website of doing something. It would be the same scenario. Instead of, doing a live, you're just doing a video. I mean, you could do a video here too as well if you didn't want to do a live. Do the video, post it.
Yep. Transparent.
Yeah, you don't have to do live. You can do videos of everything.
You definitely got to brand yourself. T-shirts, stickers. I mean, some of the littlest things to catch people's eye. To keep. Man, I've seen that name someplace before. But where have I seen that? They start thinking. So I'm gonna go get a box of chalk, and if it ain't Saturday, it'll be Sunday. I'm gonna go watch the sunrise. And I'm gonna tag up that huge board with a bunch of people's names on there. Jay knows what I'm talking about because there is a massive chalkboard there at the Funky Pelican on both sides. So I'm gonna be
what
tagging it up.
Says, that's what I think should be done before
doing that Saturday or Sunday.
Oh, 100%.
Pink shirt.
Pink shirts.
Bull python. Pink shirt, bull python. I think I might be supposed to be ball.
Yeah.
Autocorrect.
You should put on the back like hashtag MIP,
Hey, does anybody have any good translating skills, translating something to Japanese? Because I need some help.
Yeah, it's
Google.
Translate
Google
on your
sucks,
phone.
bro. Google
Yeah,
sucks.
Google, man.
Google
What are you
sucks,
trying
bro.
to buy from? What are you trying to buy from Japan?
Nothing. I'm trying to translate Rising Sun Serpents so I can put it in kanji on a sweater, like across my back.
Nice.
So like I want to do like my logo, but on the back I want to put it in Japanese. I'm gonna put Rising Sun Serpents, left to right style.
Bro, that's easy, man.
But it doesn't work on Google, dude.
Yeah, just go get your nails done or get your feet done and talk to the person sitting there. Like, hey, I got a sheet of paper. Help me out.
I need to go get a manicure and a pedicure, bro. You crazy, bro.
Oh, you got girlfriend? You got girlfriend? You need long nail? Get girlfriend.
Love you long time. $5.
Hey, man. Think outside the box. Quit being inside the box.
It's $20. Inflation. Price go up.
Inflation.
Like no friend.
I mean, it wouldn't be
can do
hard.
it.
It wouldn't be hard
Google
if you was
can't
by
do
New
it.
York
I give up.
City. If you was by New York City, it wouldn't be hard because they're walking all over the place down there. Tourists. Hey, go to your local airport, bro. Meet up a couple there.
Wiz says just translate that shit to Spanish. What are you doing?
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna have the whole.
Probably get a lot of good imports like that.
I'm gonna have the whole thing in Japanese, Spanish.
Have people in your DMs.
Oh my god. No, Wiz caught on to the name thing, not you, Wiz, of all people.
Barely got that.
I just looked at it. Man.
Got any other questions, Ken?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to go around. It's getting ready. But Jay, what's your take on this? Like, what do you think about the whole situation? Like, take for instance, like how I did it. I didn't know shit, and I took a lot of flack for that. I might add. Like, people really rode my ass at first, but I learned and I listened to everyone, and within a year, I grew this shit into something that's actually half-ass worth watching. But like, what's your take about the whole podcast thing? Is it something you would want to do, or would you rather go the show route?
I attempted to do it. It's a lot of work, man.
It is.
It's a lot of work. I mean, if you want to do it right or do it the way I want to do it, it's a lot of work.
And it sure is.
A lot of time.
And it's a lot of dealing with nonsense. Like, because you deal with a lot of nonsense. It's hard to basically try to please everybody, more or less. And everybody's got their eyes on you.
It's all of social media. I'm not really a big fan.
You don't
of
have
social
to
media.
appease. You don't have to appease anybody but yourself, my brother.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
As long
And the
as
people
you're
in your
happy.
circle.
As long
Right.
as you're happy, bro.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's main is keeping yourself happy first. So, I mean, we all know that.
Find yourself a
Big-
circle
big-
and roll.
Yeah, man. I mean,
It's all about the
you
frequencies,
get a
man.
big
You
enough
gotta vibe
circle,
with
you
people.
smoke it up.
Find the right people, and you just roll with it, and you just go, and you just go, and you just go. But like, what I want to talk to you about, Ryan, and ask you, I want to pick your head about, like, what are some things you can do to help your channel grow?
All right. So if you want to help the channel grow, first things first, your channel name will forever matter. And then the content you create, it all has to like mix together. So channel name, the content you're creating, and then consistency. And then you don't ever want to have an off day on camera.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't have an off day on camera because if you do that, that person that got rubbed the wrong way could have been your best supporter. They could have been in your life all the time. So in 1 year's worth of time, that could have been hours of watch time and growth throughout the algorithm. You know, to get your channel shown a little more. And someone else said it, transparency is really important.
Right.
With
And then Wiz, a couple comments ago, said something that was really good. But like, what'll help is don't overwhelm yourself. You can only do what you can do and vibe who you can vibe with. But it doesn't mean alienate other people. You never want to alienate other people.
No, I'm
Because
not.
there's only one genre that we're talking about, and I guess that genre or niche would be reptiles. Reptiles isn't all about selling and buying. It's about feeding. It's about care. It's about this. It's about that. As soon as you alienate people, you have people that get checked off of the list that's going to buy from you, that's going to watch you. I mean, they're okay with knowing your opinion, but if you go too hard, then they'll just completely dismiss you. And you don't want that 1, 5, 10, or 100 people dismissing you.
Right.
But
What up, Pressure Pete?
About time, fool. You're late as hell.
You're welcome to
don't
come up.
overwhelm yourself with too many platforms either.
Yeah, well, that's something that I'm trying to get into now. Is I'm trying to link them all together, and I don't know if I want to go to Discord or not, and like do that route as well. But then again,
I've tried that.
You want to try to get as many platforms as you can get linked to to one show, because it's like if I would get this show and my Tuesday night show linked to all these channels, I might only do like one, maybe two lives a week, but that's being showed on like 8 different platforms.
Yeah. One thing I think that would help is, damn, that Dodge sounds so good. Oh, that's the Ford. Oh, damn. I'm sorry I said that on camera.
Well, I like
One
Ford,
thing
so
that
that's all
I
right.
would like to see is people go from Streamlabs only, or
Right.
no, not Streamlabs,
What's up, Rob?
well, StreamYard, to like something more like Streamlabs, because one, StreamYard only gives you this many options for audio, this and that. Like y'all are,
Right.
like everybody here is like, oh, I want to grow, but they're picking a platform that is only giving you like 5 to 10 options throughout everything.
Right.
And then
What up, man?
if you go to like Streamlabs or Streamlabs OBS, oh my God, it's crazy, bro. You can buy overlays, you can buy all this other stuff. It's way more of a headache if you're not computer savvy, but like
Look at that.
it's good for the viewer.
This is what
Look
I
at that, James.
found using Google. See, here, just for that reference, look at how different mine looks.
Let me blow you up. Hold on. But I get what you're saying, Ryan. Yeah. I mean, I definitely, that's one of the things that I want to do in the future is look into Streamlabs,
Come on,
because
focus.
I've heard a lot. There's a lot more you could do. I mean, from you and other people as well. But
Yeah,
See, mine looks completely different. So it
yeah,
changes.
because I just started. I just downloaded Streamlabs again for the first time in 3 years from my last live stream on Twitch, because I do all kinds
right,
of things. Like I got reptiles, I do RC cars. What do they say? It's the jack of all trades, but the master of none. So
right.
like
That's the
I do
short version of
everything,
that.
bro.
Don't
But
use that quote. Use the full quote, my guy. Use the full quote.
I don't know, man. But like I do all kinds of things. So like, but when it comes to like streaming and stuff like that, Streamlabs has always been my favorite, man. It's always been my favorite. But I just got back into streaming on Twitch, and it's crazy because Twitch, 3 years later, I'm still monetized. Try that in
Wow.
1 year's time with Google if you step away and come back.
Right.
You know, ABC, YouTube, Google, all the same thing. But
Probably wouldn't happen.
like, huh?
Probably wouldn't happen.
Yeah, probably wouldn't happen. You wouldn't be monetized because you got to maintain that 4,000 watch hours, and then obviously you'll maintain your 1,000. You know, your 1,000
Right.
subs. But
That watch
yeah,
hours could be hard to get if you did it like I did. If you wasn't popular at first and you just kept going. I mean, it was probably like 2 months, and we like our highest was like 5 or 6 people when we first started.
yeah,
It was rough at first, but you know what? We just stayed consistent and kept going, and you know, look at us now.
I got a quarter of my watch hours knocked off.
Yeah,
there you
well,
go.
I mean, you had a little bit more popularity than I did when I first walked in. You know what I mean? You started, you know, you got yourself out there and all the chats and stuff and talked around, you know, and got yourself known and basically had a circle and, you know, had friends, and then started getting, so I mean, you have an advantage because you waited. I didn't. I just said, I'm going to put myself out there and see what happens.
Shit. If you would have asked me if
Shit.
I was doing this a year ago or a year and a half ago,
That's true, Edge of Panic. But
I agree with
I would
that.
have told you would never see
okay.
me on YouTube.
Right.
It's okay to be a part of. It's okay for someone to use StreamYard. It's okay, and it's not going to hurt your growth. But if you're the type of individual that itches for this and that wants a little more, you know, like you always want to try to improve, like you're always trying to do this,
Yeah, we was in a chat.
Why try to do that and move to China, or why try to do that and move to the U.S. or some other nation that's going to allow you with less laws and rules and regulations? You know, because like if you go to Streamlabs, let's say it's Streamlabs is a country. You go to Streamlabs, you'll have more rights. You'll have the same rights on StreamYard, but you know what? StreamYard, we're going to categorize them in 4 or 5 different ways, and you'll just have to like it because you're either going to pay for it or you're going to use the free version. And then you can go to Streamlabs OBS and it get more complicated. But like,
So
it all depends on the individual. Like your name, your content, you're going to have people coming. You just keep doing you. It doesn't have to happen fast. What do they say? It's like stocks. So if you have stocks that rise really fast and you're watching that graph, what do you think is going to happen?
it's going to level
It's
out
going to
sooner or
dip.
later.
It's going to level out or it's going to dip.
Or it's going to dip, yeah.
So if you take your time and you know, it really depends on the individual, but you just don't want to overdo yourself.
What is the main advantage of using Streamlabs over StreamYard, in your opinion?
And Streamlabs, oh my God, the whole experience. So like right now, look, so on StreamYard, you get to either pick a 1-minute clip that you had to force to work or that you went out of your way to record to put in the background so you could have some type of motion, right?
Right.
Or you pick a picture that someone created that you paid money for, or a picture that you know you did yourself and put it in the background. Or on Streamlabs, you can pay for layouts, you can pay for cutscenes, transitions, you can pay for all kinds of stuff that happen here in the background, and it's just a button click away. It's not like you're coding anything. The people that are coding stuff are in a cubicle somewhere or comfortably sitting at their house.
Right.
Those are the people that are coding things. So it's not hard. The people that are coding this, it's hard for. So when you decide to wrap your mind around it like you did throughout all those years of life and all the things you went through, when you wrap your mind around how to work Streamlabs, you'll have all these other things going on if that fits you. Like if you're like, you know what, I wouldn't mind this. I wouldn't mind like, oh, when someone pops on, I hit this button and then this happens, or whatever the case may be. Streamlabs is Streamlabs and Streamlabs OBS. Streamlabs, so it'd be for me, it'd be the easiest StreamYard. Second would be Streamlabs, that'd be intermediate, and then Streamlabs OBS would be more difficult, in my opinion. But I mean, everybody else has their own opinion. We got 6 people on this panel and a whole bunch of people in the chat.
I mean,
some people like to be in control as well. So like,
it's not really the control thing that I like. I mean, I'd like to be able to put more into the show, like, you know, like just to make it, you know, more presentable, like
yeah,
have different, you know, like when you're talking, have like, you know, I could blow you up. I could put you single screen here, you know, but have something with it. Like when I give people a solo layout, like, you know, be able to highlight things. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just to do more things would be better, is what I'm trying to say.
This is cool. What you just did and what we do on StreamYard, because that's all I've been doing with Kurt for so long. Like that transition where it pops someone up. That's pretty cool. That's on StreamYard. I don't know how to do it on Streamlabs. Maybe someone else does. But like it just gives you so much more control. So right now, everybody here, if you're using StreamYard and your audio setting, you have what? You have echo cancellation. Like, what the hell is that? And then you have like another option for your audio to try to control your audio.
Yeah, well, you
and
have
then,
your mic, your speaker, your echo cancellation, reduce mic background noise.
Yeah.
Stereo auto echo cancellation must be turned off to use this audio. And then your automatic adjustment.
So it's what, like 3 or 4 things it offers you without, you know, the other things sound like it was just telling you what you have to deal with. But like
Yeah.
on Streamlabs, it's like, oh, so I click on noise cancellation. All right, scroll down here, right click, properties, open properties, go into properties. What's the noise gate? Over this many dBs, which could be me talking rather than the
Right.
people in the background. It'll pick up your audio and allow it into the stream. So like you have way more control, and it's like that for everything else.
Right. Now, when I get everything hooked up, I also have a box that controls my mic volume so I can make my mic sound better. But like
Yeah.
that's something that I'm gonna have to do a show, listen to the show, and then work on my mic settings from there because I can't really hear myself like from that mic.
Whatever
But
settings you have on StreamYard, it'll blow your mind. Like if you can go into Streamlabs and just if
I'm
you
gonna
can
look into
understand
it.
it.
I'm gonna look into it for sure. I'm not sure I'm gonna understand any of it,
Stream
but
Streamlabs and OBS is pretty much
Yeah.
probably
All you gotta do is hop on
90% of
YouTube, man.
streamers. 90% of streamers probably use Streamlabs or OBS.
Let's think about the best streamers we know. What are the best streamers you know? What's the highest count viewers they have at all times?
I mean, I don't really watch many streamers outside of YouTube. Like Keys Constrictor's probably got the most that I watch outside
So,
of
but
like
well, not
the
anybody
reptile
you
community.
know. Just like
I mean, I
not
see
anybody you're
those
friends with.
videos sometimes.
I mean, Doc probably gets 400 or 500 in there at once.
Who?
I mean,
Dr. Disrespect.
He gets 23K, and he's streaming on Streamlabs. That's how he has all those crazy transitions.
And it's
So,
smooth.
maybe
Streaming
we
on
might
one
look
of the
at.
two Streamlabs, and I
And
know that for a fact.
isn't it cheaper per month as well than StreamYard?
I think it's the
I don't know.
same,
I've always
actually.
enjoyed my video quality, so I'm not sure what if it's like you can't do it in 1080p. Actually, regretting saying that because I think Streamlabs lets you do it in 1080p, but StreamYard will make you pay for that, and then give
Right.
you out of the 100 options, they'll give you 10 options to manipulate during your stream.
Right.
But you know,
So it sounds like to me what you're saying is StreamYard is for just like your everyday podcaster that's just now getting into it, learning what to do, learning the ropes, filling it out. And then Streamlabs is basically
the
the
next
people
step,
that the next
Your
step
level
if
up.
you want to evolve into like a
yeah,
for real podcast, like Streamlabs is where to go.
yeah, because I've been streaming and creating content for a long time, and I will not go to Streamlabs OBS. I'll stay at Streamlabs, but I wish I knew more people who did it because man, it would be crazy if we could all manipulate how to use that streaming platform because of all the things it offers.
Right.
But
Streamlabs. I don't mean to cut you off. Streamlabs Premium is $150
Bosa.
a year.
What up, Bosa?
What up, Bosa?
what do they
Right.
offer?
Brother Kike, as in what?
Just anything.
You wanna
Like, what does that provide? 150 a year.
That's their premium feature, so it's probably everything you could possibly get on it. I mean,
Yeah.
what would be over a premium? A gold? I mean, premium usually
I'm not
sounds
sure
like the best
how
you
they
can kind of
categorize
get,
it.
right? I don't
Yeah.
know. Let me look. Let me do some more surfing here.
Surf it. Check it out.
But yeah, I think that'd be cool as hell, man. To watch all to watch Keys, to watch people how to figure out and manipulate things to make work. Like watch Keys, Wiz, watch all the people we fuck with do it off of Streamlabs somehow. I think
Right.
that'll be cool as hell for the stream. Because right now, Streamlabs will give you this, or you have to provide this background or that video background. But
Right.
Streamlabs, you can hop on one of the 100 websites that are offering you layouts for the background, layouts for your chat, layouts for all this other stuff like transitions. But
Right.
that'd be cool as hell. But like, yeah, so I think this started off, I don't know if I'm wrong, but I think it started off as like like shit, I'm having a brain fart. But we talked about stream platforms for far too long for me to remember. But
Yeah, right. So, all right, let's get
but
to another subject I wanted to touch base on. Editing software and editing apps. We all
yes,
make
Kurt.
videos, we all make contents. Who does everyone use? I use UCut, and I think I've outgrown UCut. I think I need to find another one. So I kind of want to just pick everyone's brain and see what kind of video editing software everyone uses.
So are we doing it on mobile or on PC?
Well, I've been doing it on mobile, but I'd like to transition to start doing it on my PC that Kurtwood got for me, and I appreciate him. Like, the hell I'm back, my brother. Shout out to the Cut Up Boys, right? But yeah, I would like to transition to start doing it on the PC, but I have no idea where to even start. Like, I know these guys, or Justin was using Canva for a little bit. And I mean, I just don't know where to go, what to do, and even how to start doing it. So might as well start picking brains, see what I can come up with.
Does anybody else use anything?
Jay, you was into doing some videos and stuff, a while
I mean,
back. What do you use?
For what I do with the reels and stuff, I use mostly CapCut Pro. I integrate some elements from Canva into that. CapCut Pro you can use on the desktop too now, but I also use Final Cut Pro too because I run a whole Apple system.
I just pause. We'll pause on that.
Frickin' Bosa.
I don't know. I can't really answer that. I just started messing with it the other day. I got Canva.
Same. I don't do any streaming at all yet.
Yeah, you guys are just new and getting into it, but you know what I mean. You just could sit there and learn from my mistakes or whoever else's
Uncut and
mistakes.
raw.
Yeah,
I don't know. I made a video the other day and I
No
watched
editing.
it, and it was just like, this is dumb. I said it to myself. I said, this is dumb. Like, I kind of want to pick up my video making skills a little bit and start doing something a little bit better. So I don't know. That's what this question was about, more to learn and see where I could go to do
So
things.
these videos are pre-recorded, and you're editing them as long-form content for YouTube or something, right? To generate watch hours and to inform people.
Well, what I make reels for, like my shorts are just they're of my snakes or stupid little things that I do or whatever. But by the videos that I have using an editing app for is more or less to advertise the live shows, and just, I mean, I don't really want a software program to really go into it. I just want to be able to make something that's not dumb. And I don't know if it's just that I've been doing like the same thing and it's almost like vanilla to me. That's why it's becoming a little dumb, but
what are you using?
I use UCut. It's a simple, app that, you could put a picture up there, put words on the picture, and then you could put an effect to it. And, it was all good and great for starting out, but I really starting to give a shit about what I put out. You know what I mean? This ain't just, it started out as a learning tool, as a growing tool. And if I'm going to sit here and do this, I kind of want to be better at it, I guess.
Right.
I mean, you could always. I have DaVinci Resolve 14. I think they're at like 16 or 17 now. But I mean, that offers color grading and all kinds of other stuff. So
and that's that other
it's
thing.
not on your phone. It's on PC. But
right. I don't know. I think I might sign up for some kind of class or something to take on like editing software. There's got to be some kind of online class you could take for software editing or something.
Yeah. You just watch YouTube videos, man.
Just play around with it. You'll figure it out. I mean, that's how I learned how to use CapCut and stuff.
Get it and just start playing around with it, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if there's
I mean, on your
videos,
phone, I think you can use, what is it? Someone probably can correct me in the chat, but what is it? Filmora, I think, on my phone is the one I use. And then I think Wondershare is an easy one you can use on your PC. And then if you want to complicate things, or if it's not complicated to you, you can get like DaVinci Resolve. And I'm a diehard fan of DaVinci Resolve because, I mean, you can go in there and like you hop into all these other apps and stuff. They call them filters. When you hop into DaVinci Resolve, it's like Streamlabs almost. Or maybe like Streamlabs OBS, a little more complicated. Like you can go in, adjust all these other things, and get your video perfect. Who knows if your video is gonna do good? Who knows what you recorded? But I mean, at least you have all that power to take care of what you got to do.
all right, hold on. Hey, I'll be right back. I gotta go tend to the daughter for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, I started messing with that stuff the other day for a few minutes. Didn't get too far into it. I had to do something else, but I was wondering the same thing. Like, trying to get like, because I seen a good YouTube video the other day too. I was like, man, I can make a good meme out of this. You know, like, shit was good. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure it out.
That's true.
So how's everybody's Thursdays going?
Good.
Yeah, Kurt being Kurt.
I want to talk about my Wednesday.
Oh, what was your Wednesday like?
My Wednesday was probably everybody else's Monday.
Man.
I was out on a job because Wednesday is my Monday. I was out on a job, right, taking care of someone's house with their internet and shit. And then Wednesdays are real slow for us. So my supervisor sent a new guy out. And he just came through 16 weeks of training. You know, all of it in the attic, this, that, bullshit, blah, 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 all that. He should have a rough idea as to what to do. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, damn, there's still no signal. What the fuck? There was just signal. And then I was like, hey, man, I think I'm about to run. And we're at a, like, basically like a mansion. Like, it was a big ass house.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, man, I think I got to run a new home run, man. I think we're going to have to run a new cable through this house. I was like, but, you know, whatever. Go into the attic. Follow the cables. There's an actual bridge in this attic. All done up. There's an actual bridge in this attic to take you from one side of this damn complex to another. I was like, follow it. Follow the cables. See if you can see any damaged cables. Maybe that's why I have no signal.
Mm-hmm.
He goes up there. I was up there. I'm 6'3", so I went up there. I'm scraping my head against nails coming through the roof from all the shingles. You know, and I'm in and out of there in like 15 minutes. This dude's up there for 45 minutes. And on his way back out, he doesn't take the bridge and starts feeling his foot across the insulation and stomps through a water pipe at this fucking nice ass house. The ceiling fell through and everything. I was furious, bro. My supervisor showed up. I said, I don't even want to talk to you. You sent his ass. I don't even want to talk to you. We'll talk about it later.
I knew that was going to be bad. Oh, my God. Yeah, as soon as you said they sent the new guy, I knew it was game over for you after that, bro. It was game over.
Yeah, but you know, like it shouldn't have been game over because they do a lot of work like that. Like in training, like you're supposed to be in the attic, you're supposed to be paying attention to the trainer, you're supposed to be doing all this stuff. But this dude walks down the damn bridge to the other side, checks on what I told him. Mind you, the attic entrance he enters is like 9 feet tall on one side of the house. On the other side in the garage, it's like 25 feet tall. He told me he walked to the garage attic entrance, opened it up, and seen there was no ladder. I was like, why the fuck would you do that? And then walked not on the bridge through the insulation on the way back. I was like, I fucking hate you, bro.
Did he fall through the ceiling?
No, he crawled out. I don't know why he wanted to Peter Pan it through the damn attic, but
I was hoping he would have Peter Pan through the attic floor.
yeah, man, he thought he could jump and skip around. He's like, I don't know, my number's good, but he's like fucking, he's like 5'8" or something, bro. He's Hawaiian and he's heavy set. And I was just like, please don't do nothing crazy.
Good, too soon.
I missed that whole story, but I'm assuming somebody screwed up.
New guy screwed up at a job.
Yeah, man.
site.
The rookie.
Customer was freaking out, and the tech that came down couldn't give me a definitive answer as to what the fuck he did up there and what the hell took place. And then they were just going at it, him and them, because I met up with him first, and then the customers came in afterwards. And then they were like, "Oh, what the hell happened?" Blah blah blah. You know, I'm like, "Hold on." I'm asking them questions. What the fuck happened? Like, I need to know. Like, because I just got done running around the house before it took you 20 minutes to get out of the attic, and I shut off the main water valve. I seen it first.
What up, Don?
And I shut the main water valve. Seen him. I was like, "What the hell happened, bro?" That dude ruined my whole week.
Sounds like
this.
it.
He said like this, Jesus.
Amen.
Hey boss, you paid a new guy $20 an hour? Hey, come on, man. I don't think he's worth
He
it.
no good. He no good.
He's no good, man.
No good.
Dude, I haven't done cable installations in so long that getting back into it wouldn't even be a problem. Like, it'd be so easy to just jump back
Yeah,
in.
running cable's pretty easy.
Yeah,
I mean, I could even do electric up the code, but when I get to a 3-lead switch, I'd have to pause and be like, "All right, how do I do this so I don't fuck it up?"
Let the brain
You
reboot
just
a
look
little
at a
bit.
diagram and make sure you're doing it right. You know, like you can find diagrams on the.
That hard, yeah.
But you just gotta tie the white and the black and carry the red over. 3-way switches are easy. You
No, but the thing is, with
you gotta remember that's all.
with Ryan's problem is the new guy didn't follow the bridge back. He stepped on the freaking insulation and then stepped on the water.
I was in charge of hooking up the electric in a basement that already was drywalled. Like, this was one of the last jobs I did before, like, I had to stop working. And I tell you what, I blew that breaker in that basement. And now remind you, there was like 4 light switches over here, like bundles of wires hanging out, 4 light switches over here, one here. There was like 6, 7 different light switches tied into this basement, and they all tied in over here by the outside wall. It took me, I don't know,
kind of doohickeyness was going
like
on
12
over there.
hours. It took me like 12 hours to figure out what in the hell this dude did, but I eventually got it right. It was just,
That sounds like dude had like 20 light switches to control one light bulb.
well, what it was a basement, like a refinished basement, and it's just like each light switch, like one controlled can lights, one controlled main lights, one controlled like the other lights that came down. It was like the different sets of lights, and I had to figure out which ones was which by
whatever
continuity.
happened to just
And
regular
it was
lighting. Like, I have my flipping light switch controls all 5 lights in my basement.
Then you couldn't charge them like, $20,000 for an electrical job. They wanted all these extra lights, and they wanted all these lights controlled independently, and that's.
That reminds me of one of my jobs I went to at a new construction. They had a box for the internet, Like it was in the wall, like built into the wall. It was a nice little white box. I think you've seen them before.
The
Ryan.
on cue panel. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The on cue panel.
Those things are they're fucking great to work in. And then you get to some places where it's just a fucking rat's nest of clusterfuck of cables every which way and out way. Splitters going this way, splitters going that way. People jerry rigging stuff, and it's just like, can I just blow this up with
People
C4?
don't do that.
Go to one of these houses up here in State College. It was built in the 50s.
Bro.
You're getting
what's
shocked.
worse? No, what's
You're
worse
getting
is
shocked. That's all there is.
apartment complex. Apartment complexes are the worst. Like
They are the worst.
they are the
Yeah.
Because
fucking
everybody shares the same cable or splitter.
hmm
That's the worst, bro. That's the worst.
I went into it was me and my supervisor. Like I had arrived there before my supervisor, and like 20 minutes later, I call my supervisor. I'm like, "Hey, Soup." I'm like, "I am not finding this signal." I'm like, "This rat's nest is way beyond cluster fudged."
I'm
I was
tearing it
like,
out.
"You need to come in and check this out." We were there for 3 hours. There was no quitting. We were there for 3 hours figuring this out. By the time I had crawled out of that crawl space, I was sweaty, mad, irritated at my boss. Cause I'm like, dude, I was like, we could have just called this quit to be like, we can't find this line.
And then when you show up, they're like, "Oh man, y'all's internet is always giving us problems." I'm like, "No,
Yeah, it's
the
your
fucking
it's
people
your
who made the blueprints to your apartment complex are the fucking
And
problem."
then it's even worse when you get inside the apartment. You'll see like a cable that comes down through the wall, but then it's split into a two-way to share to the other apartment next door. I'm like, come on, man, you're losing signal here. You got to boost it here, then boost it at the box. It's just like, this is irritating, and that's why I quit.
It's always a headache.
Anything retrofitting, like I did a lot of duct work, and putting a duct system in a house that wasn't designed to have a duct system.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's not for the faint of heart.
Or
especially
switching.
a Victorian. Victorians were always fun.
Or switching from knob and reel fuse boxes and stuff like that. Oh,
yeah, that's a pain in the ass.
That's a don't want to do that ever again. No.
I've been there, done that.
Yeah, it's
I don't
insane.
want to do that no more. I don't want to do that no more.
No, I just want to sling pews and breed reptiles. That's all I want to do.
I'm too old to
I
crawl
do it
in a
all,
crawl
which is
space.
very stressful.
What's that?
I said I do it all, which is very stressful.
I'm too old to get in them crawl spaces anymore. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Crawl spaces aren't as bad as being up on the ladder and it's like, negative 20 outside and the wind is going.
I don't mind being on something that's blowing around as long as now the cold would bother me. I don't like being out in the cold.
Yeah, that's a nightmare.
But if it was hot, I wouldn't like the heat either. The heat sucks just as bad.
Heat sucks. I find that the heat sucks the worst when you're inside a step van and you're delivering packages. That's the worst.
If it don't have AC, I guess it'd be pretty bad.
Yeah, it's like 130-degree fucking oven.
I'd be
terrible.
like bringing me a cooler that has a hole in it with one of them fans that you could plug into your thing and fill that thing up with ice all day. I'd have myself in there.
Bro, I used to take my my water pack.
I'll figure it out.
I used to take my water pack, fill it with ice by like noon. That cold water would be like nice and still cold. So it was like it was always a blessing to have cold water in my camel pack. I was like,
right?
No, that's like fucking 120 degrees inside this box. It was a nightmare. I don't know how my friends are still doing it. I ran into a buddy of mine dropping off a package to my next door neighbor, and he parks in front of me. And I'm like, "Hey, Wedo, what's good?" And he's like, "Oh shit, what's up?" I was like, "I didn't know you lived here." I'm like, "Fool, you delivered here before." And he's like, "How do you know?" I'm like, "Oh, I got cameras." He's like, "Oh, I forgot." So,
what's up, Tom?
What else to other delivery people?
Any more questions, Ken, on the topic?
Good
No, I'm
time.
about good on the topic. If
Yeah,
there's
more
anything
for
else
ladder
anyone
work
else
stuff.
wants to throw out there about podcasting, now would be the time to do it.
I can't say
Not-
diddly squat because I don't do it yet. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I am gonna have a ton of questions when I start.
Well,
You
that's
know.
what we're here for, brother. I mean,
So
if I don't know how to do it, I know where to direct you
don't
to
go
do it.
doing a riot and throw me into the deep end of Streamlabs and all this other doohickeyness. I just want to stream, yeah, you know.
Start
Nothing
out with
fancy.
StreamYard and work up to Streamlabs.
Yeah,
That
I would
sounds
say
like
no.
what-
You don't need it. I know people that breed and they've done pretty well without
What
it.
upstate?
I definitely think that it is an additive. It's something if you want to grow and get bigger, yeah.
Mission. What up, Mission?
It's like a personality choice, you know. Like if you
And
want that
personality,
extra, you
yeah.
can get it.
What I would do, like what I did personally was I like the same thing you said. I did like my brand first. I did my logo. I got
Figure
out there.
yourself out before you told anybody.
Get out there, get in the chats on different lives, watch it, chat with the people, get to know them. And then when you're feeling comfortable, I mean, jump on a live with them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was surprised on who knew me. Like I always did my regular content videos, and then like I started watching lives like Venom Central, and then like what's his name? I can't remember his name, but I started watching other people's lives, Iron Dog and all them, and they all knew me, and I was like, wow, really? I read every comment. Like I do not remember you guys, and then I hop in the chat, and then it's really cool because it's like they know a lot about you. They know a lot about like what you like to do and stuff like that. So it's easier to mingle. Like after either one, you do your own thing for a while, and then you start dipping your toes into, hey, I'm over here, like I'm in your chat, and they're like, oh, I know you. Or you start something, figure yourself out, and then start getting in people's chats. And then in those people chats, while they have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 people watching, you say, hey, I'm going to start a podcast. That'd be a much better startup podcasting than out of the blue watching yourself talk for a few hours. You know what I mean?
No, Mission.
Every
What's
week.
going on?
Right.
War Department and our son are getting on my nerves. Ugh.
Hope everything works out for you, buddy.
Yep. As soon as he said
Yo,
War
guys,
Department, I'm like,
I'm gonna bounce out over here. I'm having a hard
No.
time keeping my eyes open.
uh-oh.
Yeah,
man.
I
Too much
say
Green
I'm
Dragon
gonna,
out there?
I'm gonna have to end this earlier
that?
than we normally do
I
because my
said too
daughter's
much
back
Green
from
Dragon.
puking again. So
No,
we're still going
between
through it here,
going to
but it's
work
on the
and
upside. We're getting better.
Not ending it
then
early
coming
because of
home
me,
and
like,
then driving
I
to
can leave.
Jacksonville, then coming home. You know.
No, all right. Well, I'm gonna stay on backstage for a little bit, so if y'all gotta cut it.
Yeah.
You
right,
can
I'll
go
holler
take
at
care
you
of your
guys.
daughter.
Jay,
you
man,
know,
it was
take-
good seeing you, brother.
Likewise, bro.
Have a good night, Stan.
I'm gonna
I'll
stay
talk
on
to you
for a little.
guys soon.
Later,
Ryan, Vance, Jesus, Ken. I'll holler at everybody. Everybody in
See
the chat,
ya.
have a good night. Devin, I love you, boy. I'll talk to you
Jay. Later,
soon.
Ryan.
Later, guys.
Later, Stan. Love you,
Later.
bro. All you
Oh.
guys out there in the chat, there's 18 people on there. I appreciate you coming in. We usually like to kick it a little longer on Thursday nights, but like we're still going through with it. We're on the upside. The doctors think they got things figured out, but
Heck yeah, dude. About time.
she's still going through a couple minor just hit hurdles with this, and we're getting over it. But she's back
Hell yeah,
there
dude.
puking, saying, "Dad, help me!" So
Go, fool. Stop explaining. Go.
she's wiping off, she's just wiping off her mouth, dude. I've been waiting on her hand and foot for like the last 3 weeks. She can wait a damn minute.
I feel you, bro. Like my son and his appendix was like,
She's 14 years old. She's no little kid. You know what I mean? She could deal without me for a couple minutes. Like I'm coming. Like I don't run to her. I'll get there, but I don't run. But
Yeah.
we appreciate you guys out there hanging out in the chat.
Yeah, man. Thanks for everybody showing up.
Sure.
Yep.
But yeah, this week they just ain't gonna let me finish it. So we'll see you next week. We out.